This is 6 News Now, sponsored by the University of Michigan.
Around 12:30 last night in Owasso, a man shot multiple times into a bar, injuring one person. And now police are looking for the man who pulled the trigger. We want to warn you that the video you're about to see could be disturbing for some viewers. Josh Sanchez is here for you with the latest.
A busy night at the Rainbow Bar turned violent when police say a suspect fired a gun into the crowd, leaving one person injured.
I don't understand why anybody or anything someone would do that.
Timothy Law says the Rainbow Bar has been in his family for 50 years. During that time, the bar has gone through a lot of challenges. But Law says nothing compares to what happened late last night.
Two people started to have a little disagreement. Everything was talked through at the point that the two guys were hugging each other. One of the customers said maybe it's time to go. The gentleman was walking out back with him.
He added the suspect was escorted out the back door by other customers, and when he got to the doorway, that's when he turned around and started shooting inside the crowded bar. One person was shot in the leg, and Owasso city officials say that person is in serious condition. Thankfully, Law says people and staff jumped to help the person who got shot until paramedics could arrive.
I'm proud. Proud to be a part of this community. You know, when you see people just stepping up to the plate, you know.
Owasso public safety officials are not releasing the name of the suspect yet, but describe the shooter as a man that's about 6'2" and approximately 300 pounds. Law did give 6 News a clear picture of what is believed to be the suspect, but police have not yet confirmed that it's him.
Police are still looking for that shooting suspect, and if you have any tips, you can call the number on your screen below or 911. Here for you in Owasso, Josh Sanchez, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, here's a look at the snowfall totals from the system that moved through the region yesterday. You can see here in mid-Michigan, we saw anywhere between 2.5 inches to nearly 3 inches of total snow down in Howell. But in areas like Jackson, their snowfall totals just under ½ of an inch because most of the precipitation they saw down there was in the form of rain. The temperatures were just a little bit too warm for snow. Taking a look at our snow departure from normal yesterday in Lansing, we were around 2 inches below normal. We're now closing in on normal values here, but over in Muskegon and Grand Rapids, they still have quite a ways to go. Muskegon current snowfall totals under 12 inches for where they should be for this time of year. Taking a live look down at the Capitol, you can see we're still dealing with some widespread cloud cover in the region. Temperatures of 29 degrees due to the fairly light winds that we're seeing currently and across the board for mid-Michigan throughout the morning hours. There isn't a really significant wind chill that we have been having to deal with throughout the morning thus far. Over in Grand Ledge, 28 degrees for your current and feels like temperature. Maximum wind of 9 miles per hour for the morning hours today. Another quiet look at Hillsdale this Sunday morning. Roadways are still fairly dry despite the system that moved through and dumped quite a bit of rain down in Hillsdale. 28 degrees for both their current and feels like temperature. No winds outside currently, but once they do begin to pick up, they'll be coming out of the west. Here in Jackson, you can see the widespread cloud cover and very dense low-level clouds that we're dealing with in the region. And these are going to stick around for the next couple of hours or so before we begin to see more sunshine in the region. 29 degrees for your current temperature down in Jackson. In St. John's, we're seeing more of the same situation. 28 degrees for their current temperature. A little bit heavier in terms of the wind coming out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. That drops our feels like temperature down just a little bit to 21 degrees. So if you are heading out for any reason throughout the morning hours, make sure that you bundle up. Satellite and radar again shows the very dense low-level clouds that we're dealing with in the region. Some snow showers over in Detroit, but nothing fairly major. They're still going to be able to stay below trace amounts for their precipitation totals. You do see those clearing skies off to our west. Those are going to move in as we head throughout the rest of the day today, leaving us with some partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions, not only throughout the day today, but also mostly clear conditions throughout the overnight hours tonight, and partly cloudy to maybe some mostly cloudy conditions as we head throughout the day on Monday as well. Now, when we take a wider look across the board for the United States, you can see that it's still very quiet across the board for our nation. We just have a low pressure system over in Minneapolis. It's going to slide off to our west by the time we get to Wednesday. For today, we're looking at highs of 33 degrees. Say hello to the dry weather. It is here to stay for the next couple of days in mid-Michigan, as well as the 30-degree temperatures until we get to Christmas Eve. That's our next chance of rain and 40-degree temperatures.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klepfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you.
Well, Lansing's increased gun violence led one Lansing man to have a positive event today. He says he wants to shed light on the positive people and things happening right here in the capital city. Malik Brown, also known as Metro Malik, says after the city's press conference about gun violence earlier this week, he felt discouraged, and he wants to show the community despite the problems the city's facing, there's still good in Lansing. 6 News reporter Yamari Sese is here for you with the story.
So far in 2021, there's been 23 homicides in the city of Lansing, 2 more than last year and 10 more than the year before.
Although the violence is very challenging, I think as a community we have to understand that it's a cry for help. We need to figure out how to get these children realigned, get them re-engaged, really get in the community.
And today, community leaders say it's time to spread the love.
Today was about, hey, there is hope, there are lights, there are lighthouses out here that are shining the light of love on Lansing, and that needs to be showcased.
Although it's been some really sorrowful and sad times, it's important to give Lansing a hug right now. And that's what we were here to do today, to give a hug, to say we're concerned, to say what we can do to push us forward.
Amber Carter, a development coordinator for the Lansing Community College Foundation, says people need to focus on the positive.
Because anyone can focus on the bad, but you absolutely want people who see the vision of what this great community can be.
Charlotte Burnett with the nonprofit Emoja House says she came out today because she's willing to help make a change.
We're going to be here for a community to help him and to help these kids who clearly need other opportunities to be able to get away from gun violence. Finding opportunity for them to learn new skills is really big, and if we focused on those root causes of the problem, then we would be more successful in being able to do something about it.
As far as Brown, he wants to bring what he calls the lighthouses of Lansing together so Lansing can shine even brighter.
We have a community college that's award-winning, and I think our leaders need to show young people as a mentor way to say, hey, see yourself in this space, and see yourself in this space in the brightest light.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klepfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you then.
One woman from Mason used art to deal with some difficult relationships she's had in the past and put it on display for others to see. She says it was uncomfortable being so open, but that through that uncomfortable feeling, she grew. Here's Sunday Spotlight on Sarah Sanders.
Sarah Sanders has many different artistic talents. Photography, landscape art, and body paint are just a few. But one of her greatest talents might very well be her vulnerability and how she uses her artwork to face issues from her past.
Kind of walking you through the tribulations of one of these types of relationships, the emotionally and mentally abusive ones.
This year, she put her traumas on display in her Horrors of Love showcase, an experience that took people through some difficult moments in Sarah's past relationships.
A lot about emotionally and mentally manipulative relationships that I've been through.
She says it's not about the people she was involved with.
More about the internal psychological things that you go through and the lessons that you come from moving forward from that and coming out of it.
But that it's more about the difficult topics and emotions her artwork addressed. Topics like mental abuse, mental illness, sexual assaults, and violence. Sarah says at times she had to take a step back from painting because revisiting those emotions was overwhelming.
There are times where I was like, am I gonna do this? You know, like I'm being very vulnerable here.
But she pushed through, and Sarah says she hoped others learned something from it because she had learned so much about herself creating it.
It's a matter of being able to look within yourself and work towards moving forward from that, moving from it and learning from it.
Another way Sarah helps others through her artwork is with body paint.
Body painting is a way to help people feel comfortable within themselves.
She's been doing it for years now.
You're getting to know someone while making them feel comfortable within their body and feeling like a piece of art.
But whether it's photography or body paint, Sarah says whatever art she creates, it will always come from a vulnerable and authentic place.
Literally taking pieces of me and being like, hey, you know, and putting it for everyone to see.
Well, make sure to watch next week's special End of the Year Sunday Spotlight, where I'll look back at 4 women who are both artists and entrepreneurs in mid-Michigan. Sarah Sanders is one of them. I've spotlighted each of them individually, but next week find out how they're all connected.
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. This is 6 News Now, sponsored by the University of Michigan, Flint.